as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Third-year man, this is Tariq Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Patrick.
Now a toss to the left with Cohen. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama. A big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Switch. Check 31.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Zach Zenner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mike Davis. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 21,
Now it's Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Well, a nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Bears take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Trubisky will throw. Open man is Trey Burton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Slam. Hey, 18. Ran, go.
On 1st down, Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Right here. 18. Mike, 51. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
That's right, baby. Hey, exit. 13, Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The score, Bears 10,
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bilal Nichols in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, he's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 4th down.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
He's coming. Check in. Watch the out.
Now Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A Chicago first down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky. They run. This is Cohen. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Now it's Trubisky. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. That one good for 26 and a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
The 20-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Johnson, the intended target. 3rd down here.
And 10 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 58, right over there, right over there.
The final shot before break. Stafford trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
One word. Check, check.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Let him know.
Mike 13. He's coming. Check in.
Hey, here we go. Mike 13. I want that. Give me that ball, people.
Hey, alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
I got you.
And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jarrett Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd and 13.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Big stop, let's go. Mike 13, Mike.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. got his tight end, Burton. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
First down.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, Cohen. 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Next to score, Bears 17, Lions 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now on 2nd and 16, Trubisky caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. This is Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's go. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Toss play, Cohen, right side. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Montgomery. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They try again with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Stafford. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to run. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Johnson was the intended receiver. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Alert, 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 alert.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40.
Here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's second down.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. You don't know no better.
Throwing again. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On first down, Stafford here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Third and long. It's Stafford. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They snap it to Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a two-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
O'Donnell, he's on the punt as he gets this one away. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, and a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Ready? 180. That's what I do.
1st and 10.
Stafford now to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
Mike, yellow 80. Yellow 80.
Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking,